Good morning, folks. This is Patrick, Comics and Collectibles. And before I get into this, please forgive any echo that you hear in the video. That's because I am recording in my living room. It's got a high ceiling, so sounds carry in here. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. So what's going on here this morning, folks, is I have assembled a large portion of my 3D models, and they have been sitting around. Now, I took them out of the box, the shipping boxes. I removed them from the shipping boxes once I received them, and I temporarily glued them together and put them up on the shelf. I did not want them to sit around in the box and just pieces get lost, misplaced, and stuff get broken. So this is my way of putting them up out of harm's way so they don't get damaged. Anyway, these have been sitting up on the shelf. I think with the exception of, I need a longer pointer, but this will have to do. With the exception of this one was still in the box. Because at one point I was thinking about giving this away as a prize in a contest, but undecided on that right now. Okay, you know what? I didn't even tell you what this video is about, so let me back up a little bit. Maybe a week or so ago, I found one of my statues, and I don't have it. Do I have it up here? If I call one of these a statue, folks, I meant to say 3D model or figure. So I might say statue, but you know what I mean. Okay, where's the one? All right, I don't see the one that broke. Oh, it's right in front of me. Here it is. Let's swing this around a little bit. Let's see if I can zoom in. No, I'm gonna lose everything, so let's keep it there. Anyway, this is the one that I discovered a few weeks ago that had cracked and fell down to the floor. So after I discovered this, I made a video asking my viewers if they had ever experienced this before, and if so, what caused it and how could I prevent it from happening again. I did get a response from my 3D guy. He's full of information. I've learned a lot from him about 3D models. Anyway, he taught me something I did not know prior to the other day. And I can't remember how he said it word for word, so I won't try to quote him. But basically, if they are in the heat, that can make them crack and fall apart like that. You know, the internet is a scary place, folks. Maybe 5 or 6 days after I got that message from my 3D guy, I was on YouTube and a bunch of videos popped up about, I think they call them exploding 3D models. I guess that's the term for it. Exploding, that's kind of exaggerated, but anyway. So a bunch of those videos just popped up. Now, keep in mind, I have not been on YouTube researching cracking 3D models or breaking 3D models or nothing like that. It just came up. So that's telling me that YouTube saw something in my video about this statue, or I'm sorry, this 3D model right here, and they start sending me videos on it based on that. It could be a coincidence, that's true, but I don't believe in coincidences like that. So anyway, that popped up. And so this morning I've been down the rabbit hole, folks, researching this stuff some more and learn some additional information. Again, I'm not going to try to quote everything I heard in the videos because I'll probably screw it up. But if you're interested, go to YouTube, look up exploding models, exploding 3D models, and a bunch of videos will pop up. Now, some stuff I did learn, and while I run my mouth again, let's look at something else over here. All right. Some of the stuff I found out this morning was if a 3D model does not have proper drainage holes on it, or if it doesn't have enough drainage holes or big enough drainage holes, or or maybe if some of the resin just gets caught up inside the 3D model and it doesn't drain out, then that resin can expand, and I think heat causes it to expand. And once it expands and it has no hole to go out of to escape, it will crack the resin. And I think what happened was, like I said at the beginning, I temporarily glued these together. I think when I glued these together, I probably glued the holes, the drainage holes, closed, and that's what caused this one right here to crack like that. Now, I haven't looked at the drainage holes on all of the ones you see in front of you, but I have had cracks in a couple of these, and I'm not going to try to pick them up and show you the cracks, but I will point them out because these are temporarily glued together. So if I pick something up, and as a matter of fact, this one right here, I just have some of the parts stuck on. I don't want to pick something up and a piece falls off and it breaks. I already broke off one of his fingers. Can you see it? Yeah, I broke off his finger a while ago when I was handling this. Now, I think it was the base. No, it wasn't this one. Hold on. Okay, that one's okay. All of these are okay, folks. Had no issues with these. And I even looked at some of the ones that I have painted and see if anything was going on with those. Those are fine. Let me see. Okay, the big one is fine. As a matter of fact, the two big ones and some of the small ones have pretty thick walls, so I really wasn't concerned about them. These are all future projects, so if you're interested in just seeing what I do with them, make sure you stay tuned for that. And as always, folks, I want to thank you for watching this video and thank you for supporting the channel. One more thing before I go. This one right there, the crazy looking one. That one is coming up real soon. I think I'm getting started on that one today. I'm almost done with the skull, the corned skull. I'm almost done with that one. So I think this one is coming up next. So make sure you stay tuned for that. That's going to be a fun one to work on right there, because as you can see, it looks really crazy. So that's going to be fun. All right, folks. Thank you. Bye. Thumbnail time. I think that's it right there.